Some say, I remember, make of it what you will. Some say knowledge is power. Others say power corrupts. I've come to believe the real danger lies somewhere in between, in knowledge gained without responsibility and power exercised without compassion. I learned that lesson long before the words contact or disclosure entered polite conversation. The first rule: no one writes down. There is an unwritten law known to every good mechanic, every battlefield medic, every quiet soul who's ever handled something fragile. If you break it, you own the repair. No exceptions, no footnotes, no committees to pass the blame. And yet, when it comes to people, especially people touched by things we don't fully understand, this rule is forgotten first. Those who came back changed. I've met people who swear they were taken somewhere they never meant to go. Some describe ships. Some describe rooms without corners. Some describe teachers without faces and orders delivered without sound. Others say nothing at all, not because they don't remember, but because remembering costs too much. They come back altered, not broken in obvious ways, but misaligned, like instruments tuned to a frequency the rest of the world can't hear. They struggle with time, with identity, with belonging. And the cruelest part? Most of them didn't volunteer. Some say they're lying. Some say they're delusional. Some say they're heroes. I say they're human beings who deserve care before judgment. The sin of curiosity. Without consent, curiosity is holy. Consent is sacred. Lose either one, and knowledge turns predatory. If even a fraction of the stories are true, about experiments, programs, encounters, or technologies applied without permission, then the greatest crime was not secrecy. It was abandonment. To touch a mind, to alter memory, to expose a soul to realities it cannot yet integrate, and then leave that person alone to make sense of it? That is not exploration. That is negligence. Some say the ends justify the means. I've never seen a soul healed by that logic. The ethics of contact, real contact, whether with other intelligences or deeper layers of ourselves, demands more than courage. It demands restraint. You don't approach a wild animal with arrogance. You don't handle a child without gentleness. And you don't engage unknown intelligences without humility. Any being, human or otherwise, willing to engage us ethically would understand that. Any intelligence that does not should be met with caution, not worship. The forgotten obligation. There's a debt no ledger records, owed to those who carry stories they never asked to inherit. Veterans of hidden wars, participants in unnamed experiments, witnesses to events that fractured their sense of reality. Whether their experiences were external, internal, technological, psychological, or something we haven't named yet, the obligation remains the same: heal first. Explain later. Provide safety, stability, listening without interrogation, not extraction of testimony, not exploitation for clicks or funding, not turning suffering into spectacle. Healing is not a reward for being believed. It is a right. The wizard's vow. If I call myself a wizard at all, it is not because I command secrets. It is because I stand watch over thresholds. I do not open doors unless someone is ready to walk through and return intact. I do not chase truth at the cost of another's peace. And I refuse to trade someone's trauma for my own certainty. Some say that slows progress. I say progress that leaves casualties behind is not progress, it's repetition. The future, we're accountable to. If humanity is to step into wider awareness, contact, coherence, expanded science, whatever name we give the horizon, we must mature past the mindset that discovery excuses harm. The next renaissance will not be measured by how far we reach, but by how carefully we carry one another while reaching. Because the universe is not impressed by intelligence alone. It responds to integrity. The quiet standard. So let this be the standard, not written into law, but carried like a compass by anyone who dares walk this road. No knowledge without care. No contact without consent. No truth without healing. and no future worth reaching if we leave the wounded behind to prove we got there first. Some say this is idealism. Some say it's weakness. I remember only this. Every civilization that survived long enough to meet the stars first learned how to tend its own. Chapter 7. Complete. Global Robotics Corporation.